Thank you, French Shalom, and greetings to you all. That was a fantastic new moon the other day. I hope you all got out to enjoy it. And it kicked off Adar the second, or second Pisces. Now, being the last sign of the zodiac, it is often trying for people. So 2 of them is extra trying. And it sure seems like the world's going through trying times. It's the end of a cycle. So it wraps up a lot of stuff. Now, I was having breakfast with my dear friend Terrence, and we were talking about taking a road trip, which we haven't done in forever, to this great little town, and he was thinking of his favorite little eatery there called Alex's. And he reminded me, you can get anything you want at Alex's restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alex's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alex's restaurant. Now, yes, Builder, I have eaten there myself many times. So let's do that. Let's plan that trip. Now, this week, we'll be initiating our new virtual Sabbath service. It's about a half hour, not even. And it's highlighting the things you need to know and to help separate standard time from sacred time. So take that little half hour to kickstart your spirit and join us. And for those who still want a link but haven't sent me it out, do so. And you'll be sent the link. Now, it is an added time when we can come together to honor all of us. Those the same and those that are different. So we put differences aside, we form a community, a collective consciousness of seekers showing faith. Any and all faith, they're all good. They're all the same love. Any and all love. It's a true chavura. Chavura is a word that means fellowship. It's expressing our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes. It unites us all. This community, house of spirit, Beth Ruach. Sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. Even though together, we're always individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her or their own special way. So once again, my friends, please do go ahead and invite everybody. Physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, any way you want to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov, come together. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yara. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yara. How good, how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. Because we are just one giant community, my friends, all of us. So let's all spread love, goodwill, fellowship to the world. Remember, this is your setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. Even those of us who are agnostic or atheist, we still actually have beliefs. It's a part of your Kavanaugh. It is your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. And goodwill and intention are the roots of what you control in life, of what you can correct when you go off. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives, my friends. Let's take some time now. Let's use that intention, some of that goodwill, some light, some healing. Let's send it out to whoever you know that needs it. Healing and renewal for everybody. Floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out to those, the souls and spirits of everybody you love. Think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world, the tikkun olam. That's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. We have to help heal the world. It's not something we complete. It is an ongoing task to be dealt with in this lifetime. It is for every lifetime. But we each must do our part. Each of us, we improve and change our own little corner of the world. And as we do, we change ourselves. And as we change ourselves, we change the conditions of life and we change the people around us. Now, part of that healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts, our minds. Let's all send energy for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for Gordon, for Terry, for Lana and Alex, for Cersei, Lori, for Yosef, for Aurelia, for Luke, for Kathleen, for Agent K, Dave, for Mookie, Ann, for all our sacred animal friends everywhere, for everybody you know in need, for the whole world these days, my friends, and for the bee. It is the kindness, the healing wishes, the goodwill and love we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care. Because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit never dies. Avotenu Makor Chava Limotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Mishmerach. Let us all have our spirits renewed. This is a great prayer for healing. To call upon God to heal as He's healed before. Mishmerach. May He who blessed. Because all healing is a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now, no matter what anybody says, the world is simply better when we connect and unify and not divide. Let's go back to the 60s when we pretended we actually had love, not hate. And even though we are so often pulled in different directions, but we get stuck in places, we can change that. We can overcome whatever we need to overcome at any point in time. That is one of the great things about faith, my friends. Now, we're reading about a generation that is unique in the entire annals of mankind because these people saw God and experienced the miracles of His glory every day for 40 years. I think most of us would be happy with one day, never mind 40 years, because then, us like them, we would know and not need faith. There's a big difference. Remember, their faith was faith that, and ours is faith in. They're not the same. And who wouldn't want faith that? That comes from just knowing. And remember, we're just a week or so away from Purim. You can join us for our reading of the book of Esther and decide whether your mask is who you want to be or who you are. And do you want to change it? Do you need to change it? It is a holiday that honors gambling, whether by dice, lot, dreidel. All are actually the same tools of chance. You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Now, the date of Purim was decided by the roll of dice. The sacrifice for Yom Kippur was decided by casting lots. The highlight of Hanukkah for many is not the lighting of the menorah. It is the fun of spinning the dreidel, the four-sided lottery. Take a gamble, my friends. Join us for Purim. Now, I don't have to mention to anyone what's going on in the world today, where we have 18th century colonialism and empire making, occurring with 20th century war methods in a 21st century period where the age of reason and enlightenment, initiated in the late 17th century, has become an age of counter-enlightenment. I worry for the future of man, and especially for the youth of today. Instead of us coming closer, we are being divided, segregated, tribalized. We should be more like brothers than ever before. I remember Dostoevsky said, until you have become really, in actual fact, a brother to everyone, brotherhood will not come to pass. It has not come to pass, and it's about to pass us by. I listen for your footsteps coming up the drive. Listen for your footsteps when they don't arrive. Waiting for your knock, dear, on my own front door. I don't hear it. Does it mean you don't love me anymore? Don't pass me by. Don't make me cry. Don't make me blue. 'Cause you know, darling, I love only you. You never know it hurt me so. I'd hate to see you go. Don't pass me by. Don't make me cry. Don't pass anyone by without saying hello. So here we are, the last entry in the book of Names. We say goodbye as we read Pekudei counting. The work is completed. The tabernacle is erected. The equipment is installed. And then the glory of the Lord descends and fills the tabernacle as the cloud that is going to be used to describe it descends. While I was praying, somebody touched me. While I was praying, somebody touched me. While I was praying, somebody touched me. Must have been the hand of the Lord. Now we hear a lot about the cloud and glory. Exodus 40:34, and the cloud covered the tent of meeting. The Lord's glory filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to come into the tent of meeting because the cloud had settled on it. The Lord's glory filled the tabernacle. Even Moses couldn't go in. The cloud becomes a very important element for the next 40 years. It was the ancient symbol for wisdom and the glory, the spirit, the guiding light of the people. It's incredibly powerful, but harder to imagine. So perhaps it's less inspiring than so many of the other things that have been built there that we can picture easily in our mind. Clouds and glory aren't the same. But the cloud and the glory appear to be virtual synonyms, or at the very least, they are overlapping terms. The Lord's glory, kavod, is clearly a palpable, concrete manifestation of the deity, for all the metaphysical attributes that later theology would attach to it. Now, it may have been imagined as a kind of mantle of light enveloping God, with the cloud giving off luminosity by day parallel to the fire by night. This cloudy, shining effect is so daunting to behold. Even Moses does not dare enter the tent until the cloud lifts and God calls him in. Now, the clouds that surround the camp supposedly fulfilled a fourfold purpose: to protect the people from the searing desert sun, to keep their clothes fresh and free of wrinkles, to lead the way through the desert, and to assure a safe and comfortable journey by flattening mountains and raising up valleys and killing serpents and scorpions in their path. I get 1 and 3, protection from the sun and leading the way. Although 3 is the only one we are actually told about in the Torah. But 2 and 4, I think nice Jewish mothers probably added those, the ones about self-laundering and ironing and making the road a little easier. I'd love the cloud that prevents wrinkles, especially when I'm wearing a linen suit in the summer. Now, there were also debates about how many clouds there were. Now, I thought when I read it there was 1 cloud, but during the time of the writing of the Mishnah, there was big debate about this, so it was thought there were 7 clouds in total, 1 on each side, 1 above, 1 below, and another guiding cloud in the front. It was also suggested there were 13 clouds, 2 on each side, 2 above, 2 below, and another guiding cloud in the front. And third, still another suggestion was there were 4 clouds. And there were other thoughts also. Now, the cloud that led the way in front is called the pillar of cloud in the Torah, because it looked like a long pillar from the ground to the heavens. There was also a special cloud that appeared above the tabernacle, the same cloud that had been atop Mount Sinai at the giving of the Torah. This is the cloud that when the Jews were meant to travel would roll up into a thin pillar. And when they were meant to rest, the cloud would blossom out like a palm tree at the place they were intended to camp. I love the palm tree part. It's very Dubai-like. but I think it's the same cloud. And I think that there was only one. We also get the timing for when this all takes place, because the setup, in effect, marks the beginning of the journey. Now we find in Exodus 41. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, on the day of the first month, on the first of the month, you shall set up the tabernacle of the tent of meeting, and you shall set the ark of the testimony there, and have the pavilion cover over the ark. And it was in the first month, in the second year, on the first of the month, the tabernacle was set up. So here we are, the first day of the year, in the second year since the Exodus. The people were all set. They were now ready to move forward. The cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the Lord's glory filled the tabernacle. And we know something's coming now, because now they're ready. And Moses was not able to come into the tent of meeting because the cloud had settled on it. The Lord's glory filled the tabernacle, and when the cloud was lifted from the tabernacle, the children of Israel would travel in all their travels. And if the cloud would not be lifted, then they would not travel until the day that it would be lifted. I've looked at clouds from both sides, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds illusions I recall. Really no clouds at all. Get to know the clouds in your world, my friends. Is the world sacred? So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings. Live free. Be free. Honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light, and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone, and end to terror and hatred. Now, friends, we're a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. Let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life and tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have and enjoy the journey. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our own efforts to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now, bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion all that happens in our lives. It is our intention, our kavana. It's our cause and effect. Everything is linked. Now, as I said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven, because you have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness. Do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving. Be compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It is your home. Keep on dreaming. Keep on being. Keep sharing. Keep shining. Keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith. It is an unwavering adherence to principle. Just as I have faith in the principle of love in all of you, act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none. Defraud none. Hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. Please, Lord, may you nurture kindness and love everywhere. Work to be present in the body. Expand the heart, quiet the mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in consciousness and the ability to be mindful, aware, present in all of life's circumstances. Make the most of your time in this life and continue to touch and transform the lives around you, because you're never alone. You are forever blessed and have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, and renewal to everybody you come across. We're all energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Your words are your power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous with them. Bless others. And in doing so, you bless yourself and love at the heart, because we're all part of a much greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. And usually you don't know it. Now continue to explore faith and belief, and never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced others have too, we share together. We learn together and we help each other, because each of us are simply trying to find love, acceptance, and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. And remember, you're never alone in your journey onto your promised land. Just keep forgiving those you need to forgive. Keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. And remember, get ready to enter the glory of the Lord. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift soul. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. The glory of the Lord after the rush of forces in Exodus. Next week's beginning of Leviticus. It's a rather tranquil book, you're going to find. Following these mighty acts of God in Exodus, Leviticus is disproportionately just the words of God. There's almost no narrative. In fact, there's barely 3 chapters out of 27 in the book, and there's absolutely no poetry in it. More than any of the other 4 of the 5 books of Moses, Leviticus pictures the deity speaking, but he is speaking to the priests and explaining ritual. Now, consistent with this is the absence of movement in Leviticus. Unlike Genesis and Exodus, the entire book of Leviticus is set in one place at the foot of Mount Sinai. In Exodus, the universe, the land, waters, and sky are in disarray. Leviticus is concerned with orderliness, arrangement. So the people are just there for a year. They're all ready to move, everything's set up, we think they're going, but no. Leviticus comes in and it pictures the beginning of the solidification, the formation of an identity of a people through law and ritual and ethics. Well, thank you for joining me, my friends. Have a great week. Join us for our Sabbath service, our upcoming Purim and other events, and please keep exercising forgiveness and be thankful. Be gracious, be kind, be loving, and believe in yourself and in love. And continue to spread a little goodwill to the world. And never forget, you are the miracle in someone's life. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Thank you. Take care. Bye.